Hey guys and gals, it's Squeaky Smurf here, and in light of all this sandpepper business that's come out, obviously it's garnered a lot of attention recently, and it's given people the courage to admit that they have been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed in some way. The statistics are alarmingly high, and the fact that the majority don't go reported. A lot of people are probably, they just don't want to admit it because, I don't know, I don't want to say it's been normalised, because that might be the wrong word to use, but for so long, sexual harassment and sexual assault, if you were the victim, it was something to be ashamed of. Like, you thought it was your fault. I was sexually assaulted in a nightclub back in 2009, I think it was. I was just walking through the nightclub with a friend, trying to get to the restrooms, and just out of nowhere, this random guy who was walking past just reached out, grabbed my breast, and squeezed. I couldn't believe that somebody would have the nerve to do that, but sadly, people do have the nerve. They think they have the right to do it. Me and my friend, we reported him to the bouncers of the nightclub, but he only got away with a verbal warning. He didn't even get kicked out of the nightclub. So, even though it was so long ago, I dread to think if he's, how many more women he'd done that to. And I used to work as a waitress as well. The kitchen staff it was a predominantly male sort of, I'm trying to think of how to word this correctly. I don't think there is any way to word it correctly, but it was literally all men staffed in the kitchen. And as a waitress, they viewed it as technically I was going into their territory. And one of the chefs, whenever I'd go into the kitchen, he'd make a point of stopping whatever he was doing, and he would slap my backside. And he'd do it so often. I can just remember one time he did it, and he slapped me so hard that I literally screamed. I screamed in pain. I screamed at him because he did slap me, and because it was just plain wrong. There were two other chefs in the kitchen that witnessed it, but again, I don't want to sound sexist when I say this, but unfortunately it's going to. But because it was predominantly males in that part of the restaurant, I didn't have a leg to stand on. I couldn't report him. I didn't want to report him because I knew that I wouldn't be taken seriously. I don't care who you are, where you're from, your gender. I just don't care in general. Being a human being, it should be human decency and common knowledge, common sense to keep your hands to yourself. I did not ask for my co-worker to repeatedly slap my backside. I did not ask to be groped in a nightclub by a stranger in front of countless amounts of other people. It's not just, when you go out places. You can still be sexually harassed online, in comments on social media. But I should not have to come back online to my social media and find threats of rape in my inbox. Who does that? Who does that? It's wrong, it's disgusting, it's vile. And I'm not going to stand for it. No way in hell. I am not going to stand for it. Not anymore. I was too damn scared to say anything to anybody about the times I have been harassed and assaulted. I think the point I want to make with this video, and I hope something that you can think of as well, my body is exactly that. It is my body. You don't touch it unless I give you my consent. If I don't say yes, you don't come near me. You don't come anywhere near me. Okay, I put this up on my personal Instagram. My body is exactly that. My body. My body. So what I want you guys to do, I don't care if you're male, female, this applies to everybody. Sexual assault is wrong. That is plain and simple. So what I'd like you guys to do is to write on a piece of paper #MyBodyIsMyBody. Take a picture, put it up on Twitter, put it up on Facebook. Make a stand, show them we're not going to back down about this anymore. I refuse to be a victim of this. I will not be a victim of assault, of harassment. I refuse. And I want you guys to adopt the same attitude as well. So #MyBodyIsMyBody. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm not going to ask you to like this video. I'm not going to ask you to comment. I'm not going to ask you to do anything apart from #MyBodyIsMyBody. So I apologise for rambling on and on, but it had to be said. So, as always, we'll see you in whatever video we bring you next. Take care, guys.